Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my NHL 20 franchise mode here in Columbus, Ohio. And in the previous episode, we finished up the 2037 free agency period. And you know what? It wasn't a very exciting episode, and I apologize. A lot of stuff going on around Christmas, but I want to make sure that I get a video up every single day. And currently, I'm recording at 12:37 a.m. But you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. I'm an adult. I make rash decisions. But nonetheless, we will be simulating the majority of this season unless there's some total collapse. But here's hoping nothing happens. I'm going to go through the lineups. There is a trade or two that I want to make before the season even starts. But if you didn't watch the last episode, I'm going to go ahead and show you what our lineup is looking like in 2037. Obviously, the first line, Matthew Savoie, Jeffrey Woodworth, Joshua Waugh, they're all getting so old. Jeffrey Woodworth, 35. He'll be 36 at the start of next season. He's going for his 11th straight 100-point season. He's an absolute machine. And you know what's crazier? He's scored 30-plus goals every year of his entire career. That's 1,386 career games. This year he might end up, if it's a bigger season for him, he'll hit 800 goals. And he will probably hit 1,000 assists. Now, I'm really hoping he doesn't drop off. I hope the first line continues to dominate. I mean, they should. Their offensive presence and their skills are still there. They might be slowing down. They might be getting older. But I think in general, they are all very talented players. Up until they retire, they'll probably retire at all 90s, 80, high 80s at least. But I don't give enough credit to Joshua Waugh and Matthew Savoie. Jeffrey Woodworth would have had a great career without these two guys, but having Savoie and Waugh as your teammates, as your first line, as the guys you pass to and the guys that pass to you, that has to help. Jeffrey Woodworth would not be the captain he is today without Savoie and Waugh. I remember trading for Matthew Savoie. I can't remember the specifics, but I do remember doing it. Traded him from Detroit. I believe it was an awful postseason for us, but after that, we brought everything together. This line, this complete line as it stands, has won 3 Stanley Cups. Not a lot of other players in history have done that. Sidney Crosby, Wayne Gretzky, Patrick Kane. But the first line of all those teams has always changed. This one has been the same. And I don't plan on changing that until the day these guys retire, unless something calls for me to do it. Second line that I'm very excited for this second line. I'm excited for the top 3 lines on this team. Obviously, the first line is a wash. They'll be fantastic. I'm not surprised by that. But Fallon taking the step as a second-line center. This is his shot. If he proves it as an NHL centerman, he's going to go places on this team. He'll be the first-line center for years to come until Friesen is ready to make that jump. We have him signed for 8 more years. I don't see him dipping. His points have usually been 90s, 80s. He's always been a very consistent player. 20 goals, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. He's always been a really decent player. I'm hoping he takes the next step. I really hope. Second overall pick in 2026. He's been on this team for 11 years, I believe, in his rookie season. Right there, Columbus, 29 points, 50. He's been progressively the same after... Oh my god, my house is making sounds. Thank you! Who the hell flushed the toilet? I swear to God. As I was saying, he's a fantastic player, and I wouldn't want another guy leading us into the future. He's the guy. Speaking of the future, Maxime Prohorkin, coming off a 40-plus goal campaign, 44 to be exact, 71 points. This guy is going to be good. Fallon passing to Pro Horkin and Giroux. Giroux is a proven goal scorer in this league. Get rid of last year. 30, 40, 40, 40, 30, 20. Guy has been great. Last year was not great. He was playing third line time. It just didn't work for him. And I think our team just didn't work in general. I think this team right now as it stands is the best team we've assembled in a very long time. It just molds well together. And I'm hoping the top two lines are the best they've been in years. But the thing I'm most excited for, the third line. We traded for Ola Jorgensen from the Pittsburgh Penguins. He's a power forward. Doesn't say it right there, but he is one. I really like this guy. His defensive stats are kind of meh, but he's got that overall. He can add offensively. He can add defensively to that third line. He'll be that veteran presence. 28 doesn't make you a legit veteran, but what he has dealt with in Pittsburgh's not always been a great team in this simulation. He's dealt with stuff, and for him to be helping Friesen and Hansel, who is a sophomore, Friesen stepping into his rookie season as an 18-year-old really reminds me of Jeffrey frickin' Woodworth. Jeffrey Woodworth, the moment he was drafted, he has, I think, less than a season not on the first line, which is absolutely crazy. So I see some parallels. Friesen is going to be the center to drag us into the future. Carry us into the future. Might I add. There's a difference between carrying and dragging. But he is the guy. And he's going to be passing to Hansel and Jorgensen. Hansel's a sniper, coming off a 20-plus goal campaign last year. This should be a dynamic trio right there. They should work. Top three lines should be great. Fourth line, I didn't put as much talent on the fourth line, and that is because I think in years past, the morale has been really screwed up on that fourth line. Makinen is a third line center. Piton is technically third line. Comrie's a fourth line player. He's a grinder. So I think Makinen and Piton are getting extra team times, all that jazz, penalty kill. But I'm making sure that my top three lines are just stacked. They work. +3, +1, +3. A 0 on the fourth, but they will not be rolled as much as every other line. But I think they're a very solid fourth line. Up next to the rest of the league, right? Defense, honestly looking a lot better than what I had expected. Stukam, Jarvinen, what do you expect? Stukam is getting a bit older, obviously. It's sad, but it's the way it is. But that line should be pretty good, right? That should be a wash. Great defensively. I'm not sure they'll put up the best offensive numbers. I mean, obviously Stukam will, but Jarvinen's really that anchor. Second pairing, Per Jakobsen, really hasn't grown in overall, but they're a +1. Playing with Abel Carlos. Abel Carlos, I've given more attention to. He is a top 2 defenseman, but I think putting Stukam and Abel Carlos might not be the best. I mean, I could try that. Keep Abel Carlos happy. How long is his contract for? 5 more years? I'm going to keep it like that, though they're both a +1. If things need to be changed, I obviously will do it. Bottom pairing, rookie in Felipe. I'm not saying his last name because that's impossible. And then you got Jorgen Alfredson. I mean, that's a great bottom pairing. That's the best bottom pairing we've had in a very long time. So they should be able to click pretty well, okay? Special teams, power plays looking gorgeous. Not much to say there. Obviously, all our special teams are pretty well sorted out, but I do want to get to simulating here pretty soon. Piton, Makinen are getting plenty of extra line time. 4-man, 4-on-4 continued. Friesen, I'm hoping he just lights it up with Jorgensen and Hansel. If he goes out and has a Calder season, maybe he's the future captain. I'm not sure. Pro Horkin, I'm expecting big things from him too. 3-on-3 is looking like that. Gorgeous. Extra attacker. Woodworth and Savoie. Shootout is looking like that. I'm going to go over the AHL real quick. I'm going to show you the highlights. Oh, I should show you goalies real quick. Now, Kavanagh is obviously the starter. I'm hoping he has a better statistical season from last year. But I think we are a better, well-rounded team this year. Max Gerber is the question. We have him signed up to a contract for 2 more years at $1 million, which is great. But he wasn't the best last year, so goaltending is always a situation for us. Not that we don't have enough talent, is that we have too much talent. We're bursting at the seams with talent, okay? AHL, Swansing, Hemingway, and Fragapane. Riviette and Fragapane are my 2 most watched guys on this team right now. I'm keeping track on them. Dillman, who we signed in free agency. Pettersson, obviously. That's kind of it for forwards. I mean, Rodin, but he's getting to that age where he's not really a prospect anymore. Defense, Harrington, Schwartz, and Khudobin. 20 years of age, 20 and 21. Those 3 men right there are all top 4 defensemen. So if one of them can turn into a solid NHL player with our cap situation, I love that. Goaltending, Mestry and Muller. I want to put Barch into the lineup. He's 20, 72 overall. I think I'm going to do it. It hurts, but I think if... I'm betting on these 2 guys. The high starter and then the low or the medium elite. Or high starter for Muller, medium elite for Barch. I mean, he is 81 overall, but we've had goalies like that before. And there might be a few trades that I look at in the future. Now, we are going to go ahead and start the season simulation. 2037 regular season is underway, folks. Now, without some sort of disaster, I'm hoping... Oh, he's asking me about Bobby Friesen. I want him in the NHL. He is going to be the man. Well, I'm going to persuade you. I don't care. Konpaka, I don't care. He's... obviously, if he's not performing, I'll send him back down to the Barrie Colts. But I think he should. If he doesn't... Oh, yes. Before we even get to that reminds me. Caleb Dietz signs the deal. But Dietz is not a player that fits anywhere. He's younger. He's on the younger side, but he's also in that range with Rodin where he's not a prospect anymore. He's played NHL minutes. He's asking for money. We signed him to a 1-year deal. Or he signed a 1-year deal. I want to... Oh, no, that wasn't even... For the love of God, Owen. Use your brain. Fine trade. Come on. Use your brain, man. Where is he? He doesn't fit anywhere. What I have works. I think it's going to work. And if it doesn't, then it's my fault. But for right now, I think what we have works. And after this year, he's going to ask for money. He's going to ask for big-time money. That's just the way it is. Anything out here? Islanders, maybe. I'll take a second. A second's fine by me. You know what? I'll straight up take the second from the Islanders. Yeah, I'll accept that. I know it's the Islanders, but I'm not too worried about Caleb Dietz. Okay, I'm going to accept that trade. See you later, Caleb Dietz. You know, you were a great prospect, but I feel like we have too many awesome players, and you weren't capable. We didn't... It sucks. We didn't really... That draft class looked so promising when it happened, but it just didn't work out. The players that we have are more important than guys 81 overall, 24 years of age. I'd rather give time to my medium elites, my guys that are younger, like Bobby Friesen. They were kind of stuck in purgatory in the AHL, but it tends to happen when you draft pretty well. Now, you know our luck with simulating in the regular season. But you know what? We're going to go ahead and we're going to slow sim anyways. Because it's tradition, okay? First period. 2-0. Maxime Prohorkin getting the first goal of the 2037-2038 regular season. Jeffrey Woodworth quickly makes it 2. Second period. Oh, wow. High-scoring second period. Kavanaugh, you on crack or something? Fallon and Woodworth get on the board. Makes it a 4-1 game, and they score 3 straight. Wow. Cool. Columbus, you're really going to do this in your first game. Kavanaugh, you got to be better, man. Our defense is stacked. Our offense is stacked. Get us a win. Can we get the first W of the season, please? That'd be great. Please. 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 Wow. 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 Of course, our luck. We lose the first game, letting 4 goals in a row on this team. Kavanaugh, not a great way to start the season, but you know we always lose the first game of the year. Let's go ahead and simulate to the end of October. Hopefully that's not a sign of things to come. 5-4 shootout win. Letting in the goals early. 7-1 victory. Okay, turn it around slowly. We are over 500. Pittsburgh. 3-1 victory. Ottawa Senators. 6-3. Okay, okay. Not worried about the draft class right now. I'm worried about... I should worry about the draft class because I want a slight retool. But quickly turning this around. Vegas and Tampa Bay. Giroux wants to talk. You're getting plenty of ice time. Dude, you're playing second line minutes now. I think you're playing power play. I'm not sure. But you're getting... You know what you are on this team. Okay? And there's not much more I can tell you. I'm sorry. Do we end off the month well against the Tampa Bay Lightning? Say it ain't so. 4-2 victory. 7-1-1 after a pretty terrible first game. Oh my god. Oh my god. Khalil Fallon has 2 points per game through 9. I want to see how everybody else is doing. Okay, I'm excited. Fallon, 18 points, and that is exactly what I wanted to see from him. He needed to go out and prove what he was and what he is. That is huge. Okay? Doesn't look like... I mean, after our third line, it doesn't look that great. Fallon, great. Jeffrey Woodworth, 17 points. He's on pace for his 11th 100-point season. That is great. Giroux, after a pretty awful last season, but it was kind of my fault having a good turnaround. 8 goals in 9 games. Fantastic. Matthew Savoie, 12 points. What more can you ask for, really? Maxime Prohorkin, 4 goals, 7 assists, 11 points. Oh my god. We have 6 players over a point per game through 9. Joshua Waugh with 8 goals, tied for first on this team. Ola Jorgensen, 6 points. That's pretty good through 9. Mackinnon with 3, Piton with 3, Friesen with 3, -3 though, Hansel with 2, Comrie with 2. Okay, so that third line is struggling a bit, but our first 2 lines are doing phenomenal. Okay, but how is our defense doing through 9? 6 points for Stu Cam, 6 points for Abel Carlos. So that's good. That is exactly what I want to see from these 2 people. Abel Carlos is the next guy to take over for Stu Cam. Once Stu Cam is gone, Abel Carlos is going to be that cornerstone. It's going to suck to lose him, but he's going to have to be that guy for us. Mikko Jarvinen with 4 points. Glad I kept him on. He's actually having a better point production season than he did last year, which is good. 25 points. He's pretty good, actually. Almost about half a point per game. Almost. Awesome. Pierre Jakobsen with 3 plus 7 as well. Jurgen Alfredson with 2 goals. He scores goals, man. I don't know what to say. And Felipe. Plus 4. 1 point, not too shabby. Goaltending, I think it's a little shaky. Yeah, Kavanaugh is 5-1-1, which is great. 891 save percentage and a 297 goals against. Ugh, not the best. But Max Gerber in 2 games has a 925 and a 240 goals against. They're winning games. which is important. If they had these stats and they weren't winning these games, there would be a little bit to be worried about. Okay, I'm not going to check the entire league stats. I'm going to let it go for a month, and maybe our team will even itself out through the next month. We are 7-1-1. We've only played 9 games. We're 3rd in our division. I mean, Capitals have played 3 more. That's a 6-point differential. We can probably beat that. Okay, so let's go ahead, simulate through the entire month. Hopefully, it's a walk for us. Winnipeg, LA. Come on, let's start this off right. Giroux has been injured until the 12th. Head coach replaces player, and I'll look at it. 3-2 shootout victory. LA Kings 3-1 win. Now, I believe the player that went in is a sniper. Oh, I'm pretty sure it'd be Kruger. You know what? I'm okay with that right now. I'll let it. You know what? I'll let that be. You know, for winning games, I'll give it to that guy. See if he can prove his worth. Sucks to lose Giroux until the 12th. Halfway through the month, I think we should be okay though. It works for me. Giroux is not the most instrumental part on this team to lose, but I think we'll be okay. 11 games through the season. Let's keep it going. Simulate through the month. We'll get him back in the next week. Carolina, 5-0 victory. Okay. Darren Zimmerman has been hurt in the AHL. I'm just going to let the head coach replace him. Mikko Jar. Uh-oh. No. No. This is not good. Injuries left and right. I'll replace him for a second there. I'm going to let... Damn. Okay, we're winning games. Sucks to lose Mikko Jarvinen. Few injuries here and there. It's not great. But I'm just gonna roll with it. We're winning games. We have a really good roster. I need to trust this team. Do I go like... No, there'll be a -2 there. Do I go... There'll be a... No, I'm gonna keep it like that. We're winning games. I'll let them have their time. Prove your worth. Prove why you're the scratch players, and maybe you deserve more time on this team. 11 1-1 in our last 12. 13. I can't do 13. I can't do math. Let's keep it going. We get a few guys back here in the next few games. Edmonton. OT loss. Not great, but we do pick up a point. Multiple players are eligible to be dressed. Kruger, how did you do through those games? Not great. So we're going to get Giroux back in the lineup. That's good to see. And then we're going to get... I believe Mikko Jarvinen should be ready and healthy to come back. That's dope. But how did the defenseman do in that game? +2? 2 games? Can't be too upset with that. Chicago, Mikko Jarvinen is fully healed. Awesome. 4-3 shootout. OT win. I don't know why I'm saying shootout. Regulation loss against the Wild. 2 regulation losses in a row. Pick it up, Columbus. Tampa Bay. Why, man? Why are you doing this to me? Really, I don't ask for much. Don't just lose 3 regulation games in a row. I'll keep it like that. Nashville, 5-2 victory. Turn it around there, boys. Come on. Montreal, there we go. 2-1 OT win, but we get a point out of it. And then, okay, slowly turn it around there. I don't like going on 3-game skids there. That's not fun. Okay, end off the month strong against Calgary. Will it happen? 6-4. 6-4 victory against the Calgary Flames. And it looks like through 24, Jeffrey Woodworth is leading this team. 36 points. He's on pace for a few points. He did drop to a 93 overall, which is the lowest he's been in a few years. I'm just hoping that the morale and the points he puts up just helps him stay at that overall for a while. So let's look at everybody. Woodworth, 36. I ain't even going to talk about it because he's so damn good. Okay, I want to give him so much love, but there's so many other things to talk about. He's great. That doesn't surprise anybody. Khalil Fallon started off 2 points per game through 9. Dropped off a bit, but he has 29 in 24. I can't ask much more from that because that's exactly what I want to see out of him. Okay? Matthew Savoie with 27. Can't ask for much more than that. Joshua Waugh with 24. 14 goals. First on the team. That's good to see. Maxime Prohorkin, 9 goals, 13 assists, good for 22 points. He's on pace for his best season yet. Giroux missing 5 games there, 13 goals and 20 points. Having a rebound season. That is good to see. Ola Jorgensen with 16 points. Piton with 12. Friesen at half a point per game. All assists. Has yet to get his first NHL goal. I really like him, though. He's going to be good really quickly. And I think the more we play him, the better he's going to get, okay? Samu Makin with 11. Hansel with 9. Comrie with 4. Kruger with 0 and 5. So the depth obviously could be a bit better, but I'm just letting them work it out through these first 2 months. Let them click a bit, but I'm sure throughout the season they'll be steady. Okay, defense, has it gotten any better? Has it gotten any worse? Ducam, 14 in 24. He's always great. He's at about a 60 point per game pace. I don't want to, yes, something like that. Abel Carlos with 11, that's pretty good. Pierre Jakobsen with 8 assists. Okay, Mikko Jarvinen, +1, 6 points. Not the best. I'm expecting from him to be a +10 all the time. We're paying him 9.5. He should be a lot better than that. Jürgen Alfredsson, 4 points. Audiers with 4, and Johansson +2. Goaltending, has it gotten any better? It has gotten a substantial amount better. Kavanagh, 13, 4, and 2. He did get those 3 regulation losses in a row, but his save percentage, goals against, went up tremendously. Gerber is 4-0-1 with a 9-15, 252 goals against. So the goalies have been a lot better through 2 months. Okay, who leads the league in points? Is it Jeffrey Woodworth? That is a question. No, it's not even close. Oh my God. Matthew Beniers, New Jersey Devils best player, 35 years of age. 26 goals in 25 games. 46 points. Hot diggity damn. What are you feeding him? Unborn children? Keeping him young? Oh my lord. Good for you, New Jersey. I don't like to see my division rivals do well, but so is life, I guess. Shane Wright, he's always good. He had 40 points in the playoffs this past year. He was one of the sole reasons we lost the Stanley Cup in Game 7. Don't even get me started. Manuel Bednarz from, 22 years of age. Montreal has got a stud. $14 million, he's probably worth it too. Huh. They got a great duo there, Bednarz and Kako. Yeah, that is a dynamic duo. Lafreniere, he's always great. Aguchi, 36. Woodworth with 36 as well. Okay, goals, who's leading the league? Bednarz with 28. Over 2 goals. 28 and 26 is freaking unbelievable. Oh my lord. Defense, who's leading the way? Christoph Schroeder. The New Jersey Devils are doing something this year. They look to be one of the better offensive teams in the league. Their top defenseman leading the way in that category. He's a +6, but he's got the point totals. Kimmo Salaminen looks to be probably the best there because he does have the +-. So it's probably him right now as it stands. Goaltending. Marshall with the most wins. Probably Phillips has the best stats at the moment. Kavanagh is slowly turning that around. Rookie skaters. 23 points for Bennett Malone. First overall pick this past year. Okay, and then you got Friesen right there. He's a bit far behind, but I'm hoping he has a good end to the season. Now, I just want to keep this going. Let's continue simulating. let's go. I'm hoping the team continues at a pretty good pace. We did lose a few games there in that month, but 3 to be exact, but let's keep the momentum going here through December 1st to the 31st, obviously. 6-3 win. Okay, we're scoring goals. We're letting in a few. 5-2 regulation loss against the Oilers. I'll look at the draft class off screen. I'm not too worried. Islanders, 10-2 victory. Oh, you stop them. They're already dead. 5-3 loss against the Canadiens. We're losing a bit in regulation. Can we go on a bit of a win streak here? Okay, that's 2 in a row. Donald Connery was hurt, but he's fully healed. That is good. That's good to see. Carolina. Come on. 5-1 win. That's 3 in a row. Florida Panthers. 4-1 win. Okay. Snag a few there against Eastern Conference teams. New Jersey. Detroit has fired their head coach, and they're back into a dumpster fire. Who's surprised? 5-2 win against the Devils. Toronto again. Anaheim has fired their head coach. Who's surprised? There we go. There we go. Turning it around. End the month off strong. Colorado 2-0 shutout. Okay. That was a better month all around. Jeffrey Woodworth is dominating. The Capitals are first place in the division. Wow, they must be good. Lafreniere is leading them. Devils hold a wild card position. Okay, but how is everybody doing through 36 games? Woodworth is a god, and there's nothing more I can say. He's an absolute wizard, and he's the best thing going about. Like, every thumbnail should have him in it because he's so damn good. 35 years of... He's going to retire soon, and it's going to break my freaking heart. It's going to kill me. He's on pace for about 40 goals, or just over that, actually. Matthew Savoie with 51. Always underrated. I feel like I underrate the first line. They're so good always, and I feel like I don't give them enough credit. Kilo Fallon, 50 points, 10 goals, 40 assists. He has over an assist per game, which is crazy to see. Joshua Waugh with 41, always really good. Maxime Prohorkin, 34 and 36. He's on pace for his best season yet. I can't be too upset about that. He's always been a really good playoff performer in the... I think that last year was his first playoff, actually. No, it wasn't. We actually played a bit the year before. You know what? He's usually a pretty good playoff performer. 17 goals, and yeah, that's pretty good. I can't be too upset about that. Giroux having a rebound season, plus 22, 28 points, 18 goals. He's on pace for... Maybe he might hit 40. Maybe. Jurgensen with 27, really helping out that bottom six. Friesen with 20, scoring his first 2 NHL goals there. Really rebounding there. 8 points in the month of December. Hell yeah. Carol Hansel with 17, 10 goals already. That's huge. Piton with 16, Mackin with 14. He's upset about ice time, but we're winning games. You know, I would rather keep Friesen on that third line. He's been so good, and he's only going to get better. Comrie with 5, so they're a minus there on the fourth line. Maybe I look to spice things up here in the future. Defense? Stucam with 29. Yeah, he kind of exploded there in that month. 3 goals, 26 assists, good for 29 points, plus 14. I mean, he's so good. He is the best defenseman in Columbus Blue Jackets history. Zach Rowinski, step aside. He is the man. He is a Hall of Famer. If Jeffrey Woodworth wasn't the captain, Stucam would be. Abel Carlos with 21 points. He's on pace for one of his better seasons yet. 37 last year. He's on pace for, I would assume, a bit more than that because he hasn't been injured, actually, which is... Oh, he's a top 4 now. That is huge for us. That is awesome. So he's not going to get mad at ice time. He's going to actually be happy because of the amount of ice time he's actually getting. That works out so well for us. So well. Pierre Jakobsen with 10. Jarvin with 7. Only 1 point. That is always something to think about. Yeah. Recent performance. Maybe we look to trade for an all-star defenseman. I'm not sure, but we will look around off camera. Jürgen Alfredsson, plus 14, 5 goals. Pretty damn good. Did I say 5 goals? I mean 5 points. I don't know. It's late. And I have to edit this before tomorrow. So we hit 103 days straight. Dope. Awesome. Goaltending, has it gotten better? Has it gotten worse? Kavanov has stayed about the same, 21, 7, and 2. That's pretty good. He's on pace for a damn good season. Really turning it around from what he had last year. 21 wins in 30 games. That's big for us. And his goals against actually went down, which is even better. Good for you, Kavanov. That is exactly what I want to see. Max Gerber, 5-0-1, 900 save percentage. That dip, but he's winning games for us. That is huge. Now I want to see the entire league. Has Jeffrey Woodworth made any ground on first place? The answer is yes, but Shane Wright is just dominating the entire league. I see why we lost, and I see why he's literally Connor McDavid. God damn it, this guy's so good. 40 goals in 38 games. I don't know what you're feeding this dude. Is it just steroids? My God. 75 points. He's on pace to crush some records there. Gucci with 37 goals, 57. Woodworth is second in the league. He's going to have to make up a lot of ground there. A lot of ground. Goals, it's probably Shane Wright by 3. Man, oh man, he's good. Who's surprised? Assists? Who leads in that category? Morgan from the... Yeah, obviously when you're playing with Edo Iguchi, you're going to have a few assists. Okay. Defense, who's leading there? Oh-ho! Schroeder didn't have a lot. Stuckham coming to the rescue. It's probably Salmonen right now from LA. Just because he's tied with Stuckham and he has so much more plus minus. So keep it going, Stuckham. Rookie skaters. 37 for Howard Forrest. Okay, Malone, Burkholz. So Friesen made a bit of ground. He's definitely one of the better rookies this year, and that's huge for us. Goaltending is Kavanov one of the best. I mean, not in wins, but oh wow, Nikulin from not Winnipeg. Why did I say Winnipeg? Washington. They both start with a W. Yeah, this guy is crazy good right now. He leads Willie Mem Jennings and Vezina races as we stand. I mean, Kavanov played the same amount of games, only 2 more goals against. Okay, Kavanov, you're a beauty. This team has been really good through 36 games, but that is it for this episode. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this one, please leave a like, leave a comment, share with people who you think may enjoy this sort of thing. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.